So an example of this is when my brother ended up going to college, I had to start pushing myself, right? But I didn't know that the things that I was doing behind the scenes come to light. Like they say, what's done in the dark comes to light. So in middle school and high school, when I started smoking weed, I thought it was cool until I got to college, and all of a sudden I'm a basketball player and keep smoking. Right? Like in high school, my friends and I was drinking, but then you get to college and it's like, wait, you're supposed to be playing basketball. Like, you gotta keep the important thing, and I didn't know that. Right, so life happens so fast, and I promise you, if you don't have a plan for your life, anything can happen. So I ended up going to college. I went to Millersville University, and me and my brother both got a scholarship to go to Millersville to play basketball, and within 2 semesters, I ended up losing my scholarship and coming back to New York. Now some of you guys are probably thinking, well, why did you lose your scholarship? What they don't tell you in college is if your grades ain't good, they don't gotta keep you. Right? Like in middle school and high school, your teacher let you turn in makeup work. If you miss a day or so, you're good. In college, nobody's gonna say nothing to you. They just come and say, hey, I need your scholarship back. And then you're sitting there staring at them like, well, now what? Well, now you can't stay here. Right? So I ended up coming back to this small city that we call York, because York's about 5 square miles. And instead of coming back to York when I was 14, I started a lawn care business. So instead of coming back to New York and launching my lawn care business, or instead of transferring schools to keep playing basketball, I took a shortcut. I came back to New York and started selling drugs. And I actually thought I was good at it because for about 2-3 years, the first house my wife and I got was like an efficiency, right? Like a 1-bedroom. We put like a little curtain up in the dining room, in the front room. We split half, and one was our bedroom and one was the living room. And it was rats and roaches and stuff running around. And then we had a daughter, and I said, yeah, we can't bring our daughter here. So we got like a 2-bedroom house. And then my daughter turned 1, and we got a 3-bedroom house. And I'll never forget, because like I said, I thought I was doing good, but everybody knows what comes with the streets, right? Like it's a cliche, everybody says, oh, death in jail, but like, no, that's real. Because I'll never forget, and this is one thing I always tell people when I talk to them, it's our job to remember what we go through so we don't gotta keep going through it. Right? And I'm really big on dates, because it was Valentine's Day of 2016, and my girlfriend and I were supposed to be going out to eat, and instead of us going out to eat, I had to catch one more cell, right? I had to meet one more person. And what really pisses me off was it was an 8th. $40. And I went and caught the 8th cell, and as soon as I sold the weed, guess what? The cops got behind me. And I'll never forget, because I was already on probation, and I knew I was going to jail, because I had a 1/4 pound of weed in my back seat, and I had a gun on my lap. And my man was sitting next to me, and I threw him the gun, and was like, yo, we out. And I start driving, and he throws the gun back, and was like, nah, chill, we good. And that 1 second of indecision, that 1 second of freezing, the cops got behind us, whoop, whoop, and they pulled us over. And I instantly pick up my phone and I call my girlfriend, because I already know I'm going to jail. I'm on probation, I have a gun, and I have weed. And she was able to get to that site in less than 5 minutes. And I always remember, because by the time they got me out the car and they had me handcuffed, I looked out the window, and the only person that I seen sitting there crying was my girlfriend. I mean, you say that, but that's real, right? Because like this thing called jail is not like the stuff you see in the movies where everything is fun. Like I have to fill out paperwork in order for somebody to put money on my books. I gotta fill out paperwork in order for me to see the person that I say I love. I can't even see my daughter. So you say, oh, and it's funny, but I want you to really think about it. Because you get 20-minute phone calls when you're in jail, and for 19 minutes and 36 seconds, my girlfriend and I just cried. The first time she could come visit, it's 3-inch glass, and we're sitting in front of each other, and I got this jumpsuit on, and we're sitting there crying. Because we never even fathomed that I'll be sitting here in jail. Right? So I love coming to places and talking, because there's always a cool kid, and I can tell you exactly where the cool kids end up. Because when I walked in jail, guess who I seen? The kids I was smoking with when I was in high school, the kids that was drinking, the kids that didn't go to class and was skipping class, the cool kids and the funny kids. So if you want to be a cool kid, great. 10 years, let's see where you are. At some point in your life, you have to focus and realize exactly what you're trying to get out of this thing we call life. Because I promise you, coming from where I come from and looking like I look, nobody's handing you nothing.